Okay, this is another serious video. Um, do you know if you are you of the mindset that good information can come from people that you don't like, and then I'll tell you why it has to come from people that you don't like. Okay, sometimes. Um, if there is something issue, right? Somebody's hurting your kids, and you don't know who, right? But the only person who could tell you, uh, is a racist. So, do you want to listen to a racist to tell you or describe to you who hurt your kid or someone else's kid, or you know what I mean? And so up until the present time, and well, up until now, and I'm assuming going on into the future, right? um People have uh decided that they'd rather um, be blissfully ignorant and don't want to deal with certain things, And when people brought them to their attention, they said, "Oh, you're racist. This Alex Jones. You're fascism, racism, racist, right?" So now then, why shouldn't people encode? If you're discussing something and you have good information and people out there want to bat it down and distract from it, why wouldn't you um sort of like uh well, let's see. First of all, it's not real racism, right? But you would have to give a fuck first of all to notice that. So why not uh put it in an auspicious uh sort of container, you know what I mean? Like, look at these people who don't want to fuck with the information, right? We shouldn't make it. Why should we make it easier for them to fuck with it? Let since they're not gonna fuck with it anyways, then let their uh holier than thou type of attitude. Let whatever it is that comes between uh the focus of and the progress, and the people, let it be exposed. Pearl clutching. Then we can cancel them out, or we can realize that they are counter and they're counter they're lost, and by lost, I'm not, I mean, like, we still, like, the shepherd still is trying to find them, you know what I mean? The shepherd is still trying to find them. They're not the most dubious, most wicked, and the most they don't perpetuate the evil themselves, but they're used like a tool, right? And they can be, you know, like, if the train leaves and they don't have a ticket, considered it collateral damage. You consider collateral, like, what's it called? Collateral damage. But that's on them though. That's their choice. Um. So at that point in time, then um, it's kind of like a cosmic demiurge, where it's like, no, your family member is dead. I know you love them and you want to go back for them, but who do you think is the target that they want to lie to? They don't really care about the information. They don't care about other people that are interacting with the information. Like, they want their family member too, just like the living wants their family member to rejoin the living, like the dead wants their family member back in the dead. Does that mean that they hate you? No, they love you. They just don't want you fucking with the knowledge. You know, like they don't want you to perpetuate truth, like and expose all foul, fucking wicked, or actually some of these plots are things like, we inadvertently started the child sex ring and we're in over our head. We don't want to expose it now. We're gonna go deeper, and our fear is just driving us to more heinous and more hideous debaucheries. We don't mean it. We didn't want to do it. We don't want to get caught. We don't want to stop. We can't stop it. So this the same thing. Then they're just as much of a molester as if they're the ones that were abusing the children. They're just as much, and what I mean. But the ones that don't know anything about it and are kind of resonating on a frequency, just resonate, and they just kind of perk up and they just want to help to bury evidence, or they just want to distract you. Like, those are people don't know what they're doing. They're just authoritarians. Ugh. So, okay, so you're not a molester. You're not you're not a coyote or anything like that. But authoritarian. The fuck are you on about? Authoritarian. Do you have any influence over anybody left, or can you like convince somebody to follow your lead, or is your information like, can I trust your information? You're authoritarian. This is not my agenda. You know what I mean? Who wants to be a captive? Is that advertising?